not too much time has passed since Nitish's exit, and Mamata Banerjee today has made it very clear. She's not happy with the Congress and that the India alliance is falling apart before 2024 elections. This has also been made very clear by Prakash Ambedkar, who has warned the Maha Vikas Aghadi to not go down the way of the India alliance. The deal in Jammu and Kashmir also seems to be off. So is this continuing to go down the 2019 way, or is it better? What happens now, and where is this India alliance going to go? Are they going to be able to make a dent on the juggernaut called the Bharatiya Janata Party? Let's debate. Joining us on the show to talk more about this is Vinita Hariharan, BJP spokesperson. Mr. Tehseen Poonawala, political analyst, will also be joining us momentarily. Tausafir Rahman, TMC spokesperson, with us on the broadcast as well. Rajalakshmi Joshi, political analyst, joins us too. Last but not the least, Mr. Syed Asad Abbas, political analyst, joining us on the show as well. Dr. Abbas, I'll begin with you. Simple question, but I'm sure it has a multi-layered answer, a multi-layered response. Is the India alliance about to go bust? Look at what happened with Nitish, Mamata Banerjee, the Arvind Kejriwal government in Punjab, Bhagwant Mann have all gone on to say that they are not very confident about this alliance, as they continue to blame the Congress party for not being able to keep it together.
Firstly, Vineet bhai, always a pleasure being on your show. Thank you very much for having me on NewsX and your primetime program. Coming to the question that you've asked me, is the India alliance going bust? Well, what I think is, with great power comes great responsibility and equal accountability. We need to understand here, Vineet Saab, that there are a conglomeration of great leaders coming together, be it Mamata Banerjee from TMC or Nitish Kumar, or even the Aam Party leaders like Bhagwant Mann or even Arvind Kejriwal. When there are so many leaders, it's bound to be, there could be various aspects of differences between them. We need to understand here that in a single party, there are different opinions, and that's the thing about democracy in a party. When different leaders come in, it's bound to have a certain number of different opinions, aspects, perspectives, and so on and so forth. But what I think is the respective leaders of the India alliance need to understand one thing. That is to defeat the fascist powers like the Bharatiya Janata Party, who are indeed bulldozing their way into the constitution. The fact of the matter is, Rahul Gandhi, Shri Mallikarjun Kharge ji, they need to keep the pact together. It's very unfortunate that strong powers like Mamata Banerjee, Nitish Kumar, Bhagwant Mann, and so on and so forth had to let go because of the seat sharing. We also need to understand here that politics is such that there is so much might in this that everybody would want to have the larger share, would want a line share. Whereas in the case of Rahul Gandhi, with the whole Bharat Jodo Yatra, now to a Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra coming through, there needs to be a cohesive force which needs to go ahead.
But when, Dr. Abbas, Dr. Abbas, the question is when. We are, literally a breath away from the Lok Sabha election. There is no leader. Doesn't seem to be, a common minimum program that most of these parties have agreed to. Let me take a response from Vinita Hariharan as well, because when you did call the BJP a fascist party, I could see Rajalakshmi Joshi and Vinita ji cringe a bit. Vinita ji, you want to respond to what Dr. Abbas said?
Yeah, I would like to speak about the India alliance. That, of course, it's a non-starter the way it has rolled out and panned out over the last couple of months. The very inception itself, I think within a few months itself, we had disgruntled voices coming out from very big leaders like Abbas himself said, tall leaders like Omar Abdullah, and every other regional party was going its own way. So there was never a coalition in the first place to begin with. There was no union, there was no cementing, there was no common agenda, there was no common minimum program. So therefore, there was nothing that is binding all of them, except that they had this willful thought of, defeating the BJP. So that was the only agenda, which of course is falling apart. So therefore, it's a non-starter, and whatever you may call the BJP fascist or whatever, but we know what we're doing. We know it's nation building and nation building alone, Vikas and Vikas alone. Vineet, I would have to repeat this again and again, all debates, because that is our only motto, that is our only agenda. However, which way the opposition may want to paint it in whichever color, but that is the agenda, and therefore it's going strong. It's a fortified force that's going forward, marching ahead, and so we are not really concerned about the India alliance ruptures.
Okay.
And
Let me take a response from Mr. Rahman as well of the TMC. Mr. Rahman, in fact, when Nitish went about to go back to the BJP, as he swore he would not, he categorically, did hint that Rahul Gandhi did not treat him well. Now look at Mamata Banerjee. She has also gone on to say that, the Congress is perhaps clueless and hopeless how to in fact come together in this alliance. So what is your take? Is this perhaps going to be my way or the highway for the Congress party, or do you think such big egos can get along when it comes to taking on the Bharatiya Janata Party?
Well, good evening, everyone. Well, you have to understand, and you see that Trinamool Congress never wanted any kind of help when it comes and when we talk about Bengal, because we are the leaders over here, we are ruling party. But still, to fight against, as I agree with Abbas, to fight against this fascist government, we had to come together and we had to keep everything aside. Every time since June, everyone attacked us that Congress and TMC has their issues in Bengal, which I agree today as well. Yes, we have our problems in Bengal. But again, those are the domestic problems. Those are the local problems. We have to keep it aside. But, following the meeting of the India Bloc in Patna in June 2023, we waited for 180 days and 3 meetings. All this while, we showed patience and gracious and stuck to the principle of alliance parties. But the result was what? Nothing. After India Bloc 4th meeting on December 19, we again shows courtesy and said no issues. I mean, you see, we waited for 180 days. We wanted strategy meeting. We wanted to talk about seat share. We wanted to give 2 seats. But what? Rejected. No discussion after that. Such ego, such arrogance coming from Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary. I never said the arrogance is coming from Rahul Gandhi ji, Kharge ji, or Sonia Gandhi ji is complaining about something. No. But Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, from 2011 to 2023, he always wants to attack Trinamool Congress. We wanted to divert this issue as well. But you can't call us sure and sit on our lap and gain votes. I mean, if from Bahrampur, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary wants to fight, he needs to understand he will win from more than 1 lakh seats, because Trinamool Congress is going to support Congress and Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary. But Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is acting like a lunatic. I'm very sorry to say. I mean, he's calling foreigners, he's calling TMC chor hai, Mamata Banerjee is a Hitler. I mean, these kinds of words, we cannot accept that. You have to understand that. And the viewers should know, we are with India Alliance. But we have to go solo in Bengal, sir. I mean, if they do good, I mean, when we talk about 300 seats, after talking with Akhilesh,
Mr. Rahman, it is an alliance, but obviously, if you're going to have all of these conditions, if all parties are going to have all of these conditions, then definitely there is going to be, a convoluted sense of belonging. One second, Tehseen Poonawala also joins me. Tehseen, the India alliance, is it going to in fact be able to make any kind of an impact? We are seeing, parties, in fact, taking on each other. Mamata Banerjee has also mocked Rahul Gandhi, the Congress party, saying that they can't even win 40 seats when it comes to the Lok Sabha. You've already heard Arvind Kejriwal, and we know what Nitish did just a few days ago. Is this alliance going to be able to, live up to its billing? When they started off, it was all gaga that this is going to be the final answer to the Bharatiya Janata Party. But looking at these cracks, one would think that perhaps not too much work has gone into just one aspect of an alliance, and that is how to get along.
Good evening, Vineet. Thank you so much. And I was hearing the TMC spokesperson speak right now on your show, and I found it astounding. He says that because of Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary ji, they are breaking the alliance, so they're not ready to give seats. But the same TMC says that Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is a small lead and they're speaking directly to Rahul sir or Sonia ji or Kharge ji. So if that is the case, then why is Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary ji, who as per them is not such an important leader or just commands, an influence over 1 or 2 seats, so important to break an alliance? Look, the fact of the matter is this. You can go back in history 10 years ago, and that's fine. That's what a TMC can do. But then if I go back in history, the TMC swallowed up the Congress in the northeastern state. It entered Goa, where Mawa Moitra was the in charge, and the difference between the BJP and the Congress in Goa was the vote share of the TMC. So they spoiled the Congress's chances there. They went on a complete expansion plan, and then they realized they had no traction anywhere in the country, so they went back to West Bengal. So now what you're seeing actually is, in practical politics, Ma'am Mamata ji trying to secure her base. The minute she said Khuda ki kasam, Khuda aapko maaf nahi karega, she was trying to secure her base. So that is what she's trying to do. She's trying to secure Bengal. Now you can say, yes, in the short term, that's good politics. She will, and of course, she's the senior partner in Bengal. She is in a position to take on BJP. So she'll do well, yes. But in the long term, the BJP is going to go after her, just as it's gone after Hemant Soren and Arvind Kejriwal. Make no mistake about it. But let's leave the long term aside. Let's ask some very basic fundamental questions. Why is Mamata ji doing this? So practically speaking, Mamata ji's traditional enemy has been the left. And all regional parties, be it the NCP, be it the JDS, be it Mamata Banerjee, be it any other party, would rather see the Congress over and fight BJP. So they'll be okay fighting BJP in the center and they being in the state. So that is the nature of how Indian politics is. These regional parties will obviously try to finish off the Congress before the BJP. I've always stated the enemy of the Congress is not politically always the BJP. It is the regional party that will try to finish off the BJP. Who took away the Congress in the northeastern state? TMC. Who spoiled the Congress chance in Goa? TMC. They'll always try to finish off the Congress. That is their aim. Now, is this short-sightedness? Yes. Of course, Mamata ji will do well in West Bengal. There's no doubt about it. But at the cost of what? Because to the layman standing, let's say I'm an ordinary common voter in Mumbai, or a voter in Jharkhand, or a voter in Tamil Nadu, or a voter in Kerala. What will I think? I will think the India Alliance is bickering. And that perception should not have happened. Miss Banerjee, Mamata ji could very easily have picked up the call with Mrs. Gandhi and sorted this issue out. There was no need. The fact that it's been allowed to drag, the fact that she's been making these speeches, the fact that Rahul Gandhi's convoy was attacked, his windows were broken, shows the fact that she wants the Congress and left to come up in West Bengal and make them the primary enemy to get her seats. That's exactly what this politics is.
Tessin, can I come?
Okay, quickly, yeah. Then we go to Rajalakshmi.
You know, I've been seeing that you are talking about Mamata Banerjee, that she's saying Allah ki kasam, but at the same time, when she says Allah ki kasam, she says Joy Ma Durga as well. So please note that. I mean, it's not just Allah ki kasam. And Tessin, you are right.
That's not a debate. But that's not what I'm saying.
You are right.
She can say Allah ki kasam, Ma Durga ki kasam. She can say Bhagwan Ram ki kasam. That's not the debate. Rajlakshmi has to speak, but that's not. The fact is, no, I'm focusing because Mamata ji, I'll explain to you. None of us on this panel are naive. The reason Mamata ji said Khuda ki kasam was because she is scared that after Telangana, the Muslim votes are with the Congress. It's consolidated. Especially with the JDS, from where Syed Abbas comes, with the JDS going with the BJP, she's scared. Let's be honest. Look, if we are honest with the viewers, people will respect us. Let's be honest with the viewers.
Muslim votes are not intact just with the Trinamool Congress. It is intact with the development test, and it is as simple as that. The Trinamool Congress has shown the development. The Trinamool Congress has shown
let me also rope in Rajalakshmi Joshi into this. Okay. All right. This is becoming a dialogue between. Okay. This is becoming a dialogue between two parties. Let's also get in Rajalakshmi Joshi into this. Rajalakshmi, what do you make of this? Is this how alliances are supposed to function? Isn't there a sense of despondency and hopelessness within the alliance already, or do you think that perhaps when the time comes, they will get it together and be able to pose a genuine threat to the Bharatiya Janata Party in the Lok Sabha elections? Forget about the Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary or Mamata Banerjee said. The fact of the matter is that they have a common agenda, a common enemy, perhaps even a common hatred towards the Bharatiya Janata Party, and that is the reason why you might just see things galvanize when push comes to shove.
Good evening, Vineet. And yes, a very interesting discussion here. I would just like to point out a couple of things. It is not as if Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is talking something completely different. He knows the ground reality. He knows who he is facing problems from. So he definitely has a point whenever he says something that, he has whatever problems he has with the TMC is the ground reality. It is a different thing that, the top leaders perhaps want to overlook it because of political compulsions. So that is a different thing, but it doesn't mean that Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary should be ignored or that whatever he is saying is not true. So that is a different thing altogether. So, but
Baba, how do you want to fight India Alliance in Bengal then?
Okay, let her finish. Let her finish. Mr. Rahman, let her finish. Mr. Rahman, let her finish.
Chaudhary to attack Trinamool Congress and then he was the
I did not interrupt you when you were speaking. So
okay, Mr. Rahman, let her finish. Mr. Rahman, let her finish. I'll come to you. I'll give you an opportunity. Relax.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
Sorry.
So, see, the basic thing beneath is that the ground cadre, whatever cadre, the organization of the Congress will be there in West Bengal, will obviously, they will know what, they will go by whatever Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is saying, because then they are facing it every day. So, whatever it is, that is going to be a very complicated situation. Now, another thing is why the regional parties are against the Congress, or why they're feeling insecure, or whatever you may call it, is not because they are foolish, or they want to get rid of the Congress and they prefer to face the BJP. It is because most of them have had a grouse. They have come out of the Congress. They have had a grouse with the top leadership of the Congress, and they have come out of the Congress. And they have actually put the Congress out of power in all these states. So they don't want the Congress to come back via a backdoor entry. So Mamata Banerjee has tried very hard to push the Congress out of West Bengal. So she wouldn't want to give them the seats and then lose whatever number of winning seats she has a chance to. So then obviously she is not going to give them the seats. So then, now the Congress actually, the fact of the matter is that the Congress thinks that the Congress is much more stronger and much more of formidable force than it actually is. So they have to understand that they have to work in proper alliance and in proper coordination with the alliance forces. So that which is lacking. So they are forgetting all of that. Now coming to what Tehseen was talking about, how Mamata ji.
Okay, all right. You've made your point, I think, Rajalakshmi. Mr. Akil Khan, political analyst, also joins me in the studio. Mr. Khan, appreciate you taking out the time and speaking with us and coming at such a short notice. Of course, the problem that we're discussing is, will the India alliance last? Are there too many fissures when it comes to seat sharing, when it comes to, being, basically aggressive about your own domain? Is that the problem that the alliance needs to be really worried about?
I think there is no aggression, but on the part of Congress, there is a lack of courage, lack of coordination, and lack of leadership. The most important aspect is now is Congress leadership, and that is Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi, I have been telling so many times that he should take the lead. He must not be fall prey of those older generation.
Yatras and all that, do you think, isn't that taking ownership and leadership?
You see, once you have decided to go with the alliance, India alliance, you have formed the India alliance, then what do you think? You are the King Kong of Hong Kong. You can do everything. No.
Listen,
you have not learned
guys,
the lesson from.
I'm leaving the debate. I cannot participate in a juvenile debate.
Okay, one second. Tehseen, why don't you respond? Hold on, Tehseen. Hold on, Tehseen, I'll give you an opportunity to respond. Tehseen, I'll give you an opportunity to respond. Don't leave the debate. I'll give you an opportunity to respond. All right, I'll give you an opportunity.
I'm not against India alliance. I'm not against. Don't take it personally.
All right, if you made your point, sir.
This is not the way. I'm not against India alliance. I'm not against personally with anybody. Not even Rahul Gandhi. I'm not against personally. Don't take it personal. I am just telling that you must have learned, Congress must have learned from the 2019 when people came to them and then they wanted to coordinate, but Congress refused, and then they got
all right. All right, sir. I think you've made your point, sir. I think
so
Mr.
now
Khan,
this also. Let me finish.
Quickly.
Now
we
also,
have a lot of reactions.
Now also, you see, Mamata Banerjee has clearly told about the chief of Congress to be coordinator, the chief. But they have refused at the time. So she is positive.
Okay,
she
all
is
right.
very much
All right,
positive.
sir, you've made your point.
And I am telling
all right,
you,
Mr. Khan, you've made your point.
If they don't correct now,
you want to come in now and make your point.
It's going to be disaster.
1 second, sir. Tehseen, well, the Congress needs to show some courage. Go ahead, Tehseen. The floor is yours.
Let the others speak. Let the others speak. They haven't got a chance. What I'm just trying to say is, all of us here, Vinita, Tausif, Raj Lakshmi said, we've all put in a lot of work when we come to a show. We put in a lot of effort to come and make a show about kindergarten jumlas. I think let's have a debate with gravitas.
Understood.
No audience will like it. Let's just do that.
Understood.
You don't even know Khargeji's name.
No, this is not the time.
Okay, 1 second, sir. 1 second, sir. Let him finish. Let him finish.
Very, miss, you have to take it.
Okay, all right. Mr. Rahman, you want to respond that, the Congress perhaps needs to show more courage in bringing all these parties together, something, that was a faux pas that we got to see in 2019 as well, and it's a repeat of that.
I mean, this is what India Alliance was all about. When I was hearing Tehseen, I agree with him as well. Everyone had to show some kind of patience, but that patience is going out of time, sir. Now when Tehseen was saying that Adhir was a small leader and Sonia Gandhi is a big leader, of course, but we still recommended that we have to listen Adhir when Adhir wants to speak something. But at the same time, I want to stick with my own words. I mean, you can't betray us. You can't demean Trinamool Congress in Bengal. You can't say कि अरे ये लोग चोर हैं. And at the same time, you want to sit with us. You want to share stage with us. You want to do seat sharing with us. It's not going to happen like this. I mean, Rahul Gandhi should intervene, of course. I mean, he would have called Mamata Banerjee that any decision taken by Congress will come from Delhi office, not coming from Berhampur. I mean, when Rahul Gandhi is going to enter Bengal with N.I.A, which is very successful, I congratulate Congress with such a successful yatra. But what? I mean, why he shouldn't inform Trinamool Congress that we are coming in Bengal to your state? Can we do this yatra together? Can one of your two leaders can come and join the N.I.A yatra like what happened in Bihar? Why can't it happen in Bengal? So you want to ignore us, you want to show us the attitude, you want to show your arrogance, and at the same time you say कि भैया हमारे बीच में सब कुछ ठीक ठाक है. ऐसे नहीं होता. We had local issues, everyone knew that. We had our regional issues, everyone knew that. We had to keep that aside. But you can't show us attitude कि हमें नहीं चाहिए. आपको नहीं चाहिए तो हमें भी नहीं चाहिए.
All right, Dr. Abbas, you want to respond to that? This is basically, a philosophy how to get along with each other. This is basically political acumen that we're talking about. If you're going to another state, you got to have the courtesy to let them know, okay, I'll be there, take care of me.
Vinit sir, George Washington once very beautifully said, when you do the most common things in life in the most uncommon way, you command the attention of the world. Now with the India Alliance, it's exactly what is happening. There needs to be one right communication. A state leader and a member of parliament from Bengal, say Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, seems to attack Mamata Banerjee, whereas you are in close cahoots back in the center with the India Alliance. Fight good cop one, bad cop one. This will not be the way to go. We also need to understand there is politics everywhere. Imagine the power of politics when several parties coming together. I honestly think India Alliance cannot forget their motive to beat the BJP in the center. That is the way to go. You see, CBI, I.N.D.I.A has become the Jani Dushman of every political party who is sitting in the opposition. Be it TMC, be it AAP, be it Congress, several other parties. That is the only way to go. BJP knows to win elections. BJP today is an election winning machinery, undoubtedly. 24/7, 365, they are on that mode. So therefore, every party needs to understand this and go ahead cohesively. Without which, we know what happened with the Congress party in 2019 and the other parties did fairly well, followed by second TMC. The only way to go ahead, these respective leaders need to push their differences aside.
I agree with you, Dr. Abbas.
एक शेर में अंत करना चाहूंगा विनीत साहब, बर्बाद गुलिस्तान करने को बस एक ही उल्लू काफी था. हर शाख पे उल्लू बैठा है, अंजामे गुलिस्तान क्या होगा? क्या होगा विनीत साहब? क्या होगा?
Right, Tehseen, just to give you an analogy, very nice, that was a great couplet, Dr. Tehseen, just to give you an analogy, when Arvind Kejriwal wanted to galvanize support, against the Bharatiya Janata Party in Delhi, he did go door to door. He did in fact go out there and speak his mind. He asked for support. Do you think that was the kind of sentiment that we also should have seen in the India Alliance?
I think the India Alliance as an alliance did lose the initiative and the momentum in September after the I.N.D.I.A meeting. That evening at the I.N.D.I.A meeting in Mumbai, the BJP left out a little trick in the media. They said India is going to be renamed Bharat. Nothing of that sort was going to happen. That was a day, from that day till today, when you think about it, every single day the agenda has been set by the BJP. Since this India Alliance was formed that day in Mumbai, the media committee, BJP set the agenda. Not a single day the India Alliance has set the agenda. So one, they lost out there completely. In politics, you have to set your terms, you have to set your agenda. Now, all of these debate that we are having about Mamata ji or anything else is irrelevant. And I'll tell you why. Because if you were to roughly divide India into 500 seats, 300, I'm just talking round figure, come from North India and West India. About 200 come from East India and South India. East India and South India will only come into play when you make inroads in North India and West India, where BJP strike rate is 90%. So that is the key. Whether once the Congress gets 160 seats, if it gets 160 seats, Mamata ji herself will come into an alliance. Make no mistake about it. But the fact is, you cannot, perceptionally, this is looking back, you cannot go out there and say, we are in an alliance, we will see after the elections, so-and-so said this, or even I.N.D.I.A ji attacking. That communication had to be correct. So I think what the communication in September should have happened is this is a national alliance, not a regional alliance. Also, one thing I always agree with Syed, but one thing today I disagree with Syed, and I think this has been the downfall of the Indian alliance. The alliance should not be made for removing BJP. BJP is immaterial. The alliance, your agenda should be positive. When you think about you as an anchor, you should be an anchor to give your best show. You should not be an anchor because you want to dethrone somebody else. The minute your agenda is negative, I want to defeat BJP, you've lost half the battle. Your agenda, this is what I will do for the country. That is what BJP may have done. Let the people of India decide. When we come together on a negative agenda that you have to remove somebody, you've already lost half the battle. BJP will always set the agenda. And these are basic communication mistakes that George Washington was very good at and did not make.
Tehseen, can you tell me what is the responsibility of Congress? What they have done as a leader of this alliance? What they have done? Because
I'm grateful you think they're a leader.
I'm
grateful you think you're a leader. Tausif bhai doesn't think they're the leader. So first, yahi hum solve kar le ke leader kaun hai, and no one should be the leader. See, this is the problem. You're right. No one should be the leader, not even the Congress. The coordinator.
Okay, all right. Okay, one second.
Only proposed his name.
But Tehseen, you make a very valid point, Vinita ji, that the prioritization is perhaps wrong over here. If you're going to be seeking out somebody's ouster and that's how you come together, then obviously the strategy and the way to go about is completely flawed, and that's exactly where the Congress as well as this India alliance could have taken some inspiration and notes from. Imitation is also a form of flattery. Vinita ji?
No, absolutely. Yeah, as I just said last time, the very agenda of just defeating a party is not an agenda in itself, because we're talking about a nation, we're talking about India, 28 states and 8 union territories. If you can't run a coalition, if you can't lead a coalition, how are you going to lead the country? Because, these regional parties are representing several state governments. So the idea is about, you have to set an example even before the elections happen, even before the campaign begins, you are, falling apart. So there is no alliance, there is no unity, there is no one force, one voice coming through. So therefore, it's a defeated cause right from the beginning. So therefore, as Tehseen said, BJP is immaterial. So is the India Alliance for us, and so is the Congress. So we are going ahead with our Vikas agenda, and we'll go ahead. And we'll see what happens in the post elections.
Right. And Mr. Rahman, obviously, what happened in Bihar, do you think that was also, a turning point, a flashpoint rather, in this association? Because no matter what, it did turn out to be a dampener, and this idea that you have to fetch for your own interest was reiterated in the alliance.
But it was all happening together. It was all happening at the same time. It was not here and there. It was not here and there. It was all happening at the same time. And एक बहुत छोटी सी कहावत है, हम सबको पता है, हम कोई बच्चे नहीं है. बातों से बात बनती है. Who made Kharge ji? Who did anyone oppose Kharge ji? Mamata Banerjee was the one who made the leader of the Bloc Kharge ji. She never wanted to make Nitish ji as a Bloc leader, because we always knew that this man will turn his back anytime soon. We are not turning back. We are not going with BJP. Or maybe, Tehseen will laugh now. Or maybe if Congress, if Congress will do good with the 300 seats, inshallah, I'm telling, they should do good. Of course, Trinamool Congress will be there with Congress. And I hope Tehseen will not disagree with this. Trinamool Congress is the first one to Congress. I wish them all the best. But baat nahi hui. Baaton se baat banti. There has to be a conversation. There has to be a coffee with Karan or the conversation with Mamata and Rahul Gandhi. But it was not happening at all.
Right, one second, Mr. Khan, do you think that is the problem? That there is no conversation happening and there are a lot of assumptions at play, a lot of egos at play?
Yes, I agree that the effective communication is not there. The lack of communication, and that responsibility goes with Congress, because alliance, there are many alliances, those who have only in a state, they are presence in the states only, and Congress has got presence nationwide. Of course, Aam Aadmi Party is going to be nationwide, but the most important aspect is the leadership of Mr. Rahul Gandhi. He must come out. I have said so many times that Mr. Rahul Gandhi is a youthful leader, young leader, and there are so many old stalwart, but he should come out and take the lead. Until unless he takes the lead, people are not going to unite. And that's why Mamata Banerjee, Arvind Kejriwal and other people are just making voice that they should lead, they should coordinate, they should communicate with all the partners, and they must come out. Because one most important aspect I am telling you, when they started this yatra, this Nyaya Yatra, they should have combined with India Alliance, not going alone. Not going on. There are so many leaders, Congress leaders, they say that, okay, no, this is for Vidhan Sabha different, but the sense, the spirit goes out if you are thinking about differently in Vidhan Sabha and Lok Sabha. You must come out for the
You're absolutely right. You know, if you are in fact going to go about your agenda, despite being in a consortium or a cabal or any kind of an alliance, this obviously will reflect very badly. Rajalakshmi Joshi wanted to make a point. We've almost run out of time as well. Quickly, please.
Vineet, the major responsibility of contesting the seats definitely is on the shoulders of the Congress, because they will have to contest now, I think around 300 seats. So they are the ones who are contesting the maximum number of seats. But then, there is a joint kind of there is a responsibility of all the alliance partners. Everybody across the board is making all kinds of statements. Like one alliance partner says Ek Thi Congress, another alliance partner says that they let us down, another one calls compares Rahul Gandhi to a cuckoo, and all these kind of things. Just what kind of indiscipline is this? The Congress
Taseen wants to make a final point. Taseen, quickly.
No, Rajlakshmi made a very valid point. I just want to end with something Tausif said, and it was very valid. There's a proverb in English: "Success has many fathers, failure is an orphan." So if Congress does get say 140 of those 300 seats, obviously Mamata ji will come. Her vote bank will not allow her to leave the Congress. But if Congress were to hypothetically get 30 out of those 300 seats, Mamata ji will not come. Mamata ji will see herself. So of course, the fact that the TMC is saying this on national TV is obvious. Now, if that is the case, and TMC is very open about it, then what else does Rahul Gandhi do? He has no choice but to strengthen his organization. Look at the BJP. Look at Vinita and Rajlakshmi who are pro-BJP. If the BJP, just think about it, if the BJP did not strengthen the organization, where would they be? They were also in alliances. Tell me honestly, Vineet, as I end, 15 years ago, did you all think BJP would be the number 2 party in West Bengal? 15 years ago, did any of you think BJP would be in government in Haryana and Assam? Today it is there, and I'm telling you, in the next 10 years, BJP will grow in Kerala and Tamil Nadu because BJP focuses on itself. You cannot blame Rahul Gandhi for trying to strengthen his organization. I sometimes am critical about Rahul Gandhi, but this is the right thing he's doing.
All right, Taseen, appreciate it, and you're absolutely right that there has to be a method to this madness. Would like to thank all my guests for being a part of this conversation.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.